Welcome to the Ajax Community Center for game number 2 of the round-robin playoff schedule for the under-14 AAA Oshawa Generals. It didn't turn out so well in the first matchup between these two teams. For Oshawa, Ajax were able to pummel them on Tuesday night 7-1 in their own home rink. So Oshawa is going to go out there and look to do the same thing, and they get the first shot on net, and Hallett will cover that up. Ajax is coming off a 1-1 now as they lost in overtime yesterday to Peterborough. Wrap around the boards here to try and get it out. That goes over the stick. Here comes Ajax looking for the first shot on Parker Shaw. Good block there as they hit Jackman, and it rolls right into Shaw for a face-off. 24 seconds into the game. Fired around the boards by LePage on the right-hand side. Gonna get cut off here by Caragoglia. Off to the side, big hit in the corner by Ellis. Trying to get this out of his own end. Here comes the pass up through center for the Generals to dump that in on the backhand. Knocked down from his own end by Arsenault. Tried to get it up there for Ellis. Lennox trying to get it, and Arsenault chip it away down the ice back into the Oshawa end. From behind the goal, comes around the net. It's going to get cut off here by Caragoglia. Caragoglia throws it up in front, and that gets picked off and fired around the boards. It's going to get kept in here by Nessens, but the shot got blocked by Bluin at the Oshawa bench. Here comes a chance now for Fitzgerald with a lead pass, or Arsenault with a lead pass, picked up here by Zach Naish. Naish with a pass up here through center for Dobbs, who drops it off for Bluin. Here comes a shot. That gets blocked there out in front by Arsenault. Back in behind the net it goes. Generals will be without one of their coaches for the next 3 games, as Jason Jackman is off the bench for the next 3 games, so he'll miss the next 2 against Central Ontario as well. 2-on-1 back up the other way. Here comes the chance with a shot. Just fired wide past Parker Shaw. Coming around the boards here now from his own end. Cranny with a lead pass over here to the other side as they look to dump it into the corner. It's in behind the net. And that's Zach Naish on the loose puck to try and get it away from Conklin. Bouchard tried to set it up in front, and Sterling takes it away. Kept in, though, by Cranny from the line. Giannoni back to the blue line. Conklin a shot. That gets blocked by Naish. Picked up again here by Bouchard, though, in the Oshawa end. Sterling has it behind the goal. Around the boards that goes, and we'll get another face-off in the Oshawa end on an icing call. Farmer now coming out here to take the draw. Goes in behind the net. Jackman racing after it. Parker Shaw had to get on there as Farmer was coming in there for a rebound. And Parker Shaw was able to find it just in the nick of time. We'll get a face-off coming off to his right. Gets square. Farmer and Jackman on the draw. Trying to get one to the front of the net. And that's going to go in wide. Take a carom out in front. Off the boards from Ethan Chapman. Can't get it out of the zone. Captain by Ajax, but the shot goes to the net. Taken away here by Oshawa's Max Hutchings. Farmer turns it over there in the Oshawa end, and along comes Ethan Chapman, going after his own rebound in the corner against Arsenault. Trying to get him off the puck. We got a water bottle, looks like on the ice surface. Something's on the ice. Kept in here from the blue line. LePage tried to hold it in. Ajax with pressure on there by Jackman will clear it away. That's going to slide back into the Oshawa end where Conlon Kennedy gets it as they try and tip it in for Jackman. Hopped over his stick, and here comes a chance for Nessens up over the line. Nessens is trying to get a shot to the front of the net. Instead, he gets pushed off to the left. From behind the goal now, racing after it. On the other end comes LePage with a pass for Riley Brandt. Here comes a chance now for Mason Gallinaro to try and get free along with Brandt, and could not do so. In on net it goes. Left pad stopped there by Hallett. Puts it in behind the net. Trying to get it around the boards here for a chance for Brandt. And that's going to get picked off. And back comes Ajax the other way up over the line. Trying to get a shot on net. Stopped by Shaw, who closes up the legs and then finds it in a nick of time to get a face-off. Bouchard now to come in and take the draw. Try to win a scramble draw. Around the boards it goes here for Owen Dobbs. Dobbs tries to tip it out. Got knocked down by Cranny at center. Bouchard skips it up again to try and get around Bartlett. He sends it in. Misses the blocker hand of Shaw. Kept in by Conklin though. Owen Dobbs will skate away with it with Bluen and Bartlett behind him. Bartlett's going to dump it into the corner now. Dobbs is trying to be the first one on the puck in behind the net. Arsenault with a chance to clear. Got Bluen on him instead. Turnover to Dobbs in behind the net now. Trying to get around the defender here. He eludes a couple of checks and throws it up in front. And just out of the reach of Zach Nietzsche. Here comes a chance now back up through center. That's going to be offside as Bouchard was way ahead of the play. And we'll get a face-off coming outside the zone. Jackman now to take the draw. Loses it there just outside the blue line. Pushed in deep by Ajax. This is going to take a carom behind the net for Gata. Gata back to the blue line again. Kept in by Street. A shot is going in wide. Farmer's not going to take this ricochet. He'll let McCaslin take it instead. Jackman follows McCaslin on the right side. Turnover here to Ethan Jackman. Jackman, he's got Farmer to beat to try and get to an opportunity. He gets around him and pushes it off to the left. Jackman tried to help out in behind the goal now. Ajax will clear this away up through center for Farmer. Farmer trying to make some moves and lost control of it, but got it back and just drops it back for Arsenault. Gata trying to tip this in. Over the stick, still trying to get it there. And gets tip free past Gata through center. All the way back into the zone. We've played over 5 minutes now here in the game and a 0-0 tie. Jackman takes us behind the goal. Over here for Riley Brandt to try and tip it away. Good hand-eye there by Arsenault. Knocked it down with his hand, put it back in. Conlon Kennedy had control. Tried to get it over there for Hire to fire it around. Arsenault is going to hold it in. Over the stick there of Caragaglia and off to the corner. Caragaglia trying to get this loose puck again. Caragaglia tried to throw it up in front and he'll get handled in behind the goal. Picked up here by Ajax again. Smith. Smith back to the line for Arsenault. Arsenault shot, good block by Brandt. Off to the side goes Smith again. He gets it back to the line and Nessens fans on it. Back here for Arsenault. Arsenault from center tried to bring it in. He'll lose it to Riley Brandt, who sweeps it away. Smith, that might have been offside. Here comes a chance to move it in. Here comes a chance for Mason Gallinaro. Gallinaro brings it in, but he's going to get cut wide. The intended pass for Bluen was over his stick. Late pass over everybody. Down the ice for icing. Bluen now to take the draw deep in the Ajax end. Try to sweep it off to the corner here for Bluen again. He's getting double teamed in behind the net to try and win the battle with Owen Dobbs. Dobbs trying to win it in behind the net now. Trying to throw it up in front. They're going to get a shot on goal, and that's blocked away off to the left of Hallett. Bluen trying to get to it. He'll put it in behind the goal there for Dobbs, who gets followed by Bouchard in behind the net. Around the boards it goes. Try to get kept in here by Sterling. A turnaround shot is trying to get to the front of the net, and that's going to go in wide, right in front of the goal. Taken away here for Conklin with a pass, and he's free on his own, trying to get in, and he scores. As he opens up the scoring, Giannoni makes it 1-0 Ajax. Jackman to take the face-off against Farmer, trying to tip it in. That goes into the corner. Back and behind the net goes Hire after it to try to get away from Gata. Tipped out by Max Hutchings, and it'll roll down for icing. Farmer to take the draw on the offensive end. Emerson Davis fires it around. That'll come out where McCaslin knocks it down now. McCaslin tipped in by Gata into the corner. From behind the net goes Farmer. He's trying to hit Hire into the boards. Farmer back to the line for Arsenault. Over to the other side now for McCaslin, a shot. It gets tipped high, up, and out of play. Face-off now gets won by Jackman. Over here for Hire to try and dump it in. Gets up here for Max Hutchings, who will sweep it into the corner past Arsenault. McCaslin will be there as well as Arsenault tries to clear it out. Arsenault's pass is tape to tape, and here comes Farmer. Farmer can't get to the front of the net, so we'll pick it up. Farmer will push it off to the right side for Gata now. Gata looked out in front. Nobody there. trying to stick through his man off to the side. From behind the goal goes Farmer after it now as he gets it back to the blue line for Street. A shot to the net is tipped just wide as Gata couldn't convert. Gata gets it back to the line though. Nessens with a shot on net. That's redirected, and this one will get stopped this time by Shaw. Gata goes to the box for the roughing after the whistle after pulling down one of the Generals player after the whistle had gone. So the first power play of the game is going to go to the Generals. They'll start it off with a face-off to the right of Hallett. Back to the line for Jackman. Jackman right to the front of the net and tipped in on net. Stopped by Hallett. Still loose. They score! And it doesn't take long for the Generals to convert on the power play. 11 seconds to be exact. And we're tied at 1. Gallinaro leading the way down the line, so he was the last one to get his stick on that. Out in front of the net to poke it past Hallett. And we're tied here at 1 at the Ajax Community Center. So Generals erased that goal by Giannoni that happened moments ago. And we're back into an equal square game. Arsenault over here for Caraguglia to try and get it out on the left-hand side. Kept in here on the left end. It goes back in behind the net where Arsenault has it and then loses it behind the goal. Ellis trying to get it out of his own end. Got it up here for Caraguglia, who tried to tip it free. From his own end, tripped up there was Noah Lennox. Try to get to it. Here comes Caraguglia again. Caraguglia with a pass just over the stick. Trying to pick this up here is Max Hutchings from his own end. Hutchings had to get around Cranny and couldn't do it, so LePage is behind him. Hutchings trying to dig it free. He has to get around Ellis off in the corner and knocked down here from center by Sterling. Back here to the blue line again. Nash will take his time and fire it around. Got it up here for Chapman as he tips it away. Went over the stick of Jackman at center. Caraguglia dumped that deep back off to the right side. Behind the goal goes Sterling on his backhand to try and get it for Dobbs and tip it away. He gets it past McCaslin and then Street scoops it up. Street to the other side. Good pressure on there as he knocks him down. Lead pass. Trying to get around Sterling here for an opportunity. Bouchard stopped there with a nice stop by Parker Shaw. Face-off is won by Ajax. Fired back in behind the net. Trying to get after it here on the other side was Emerson Davis. He loses it at the other end to Owen Dobbs. Dobbs flipping it past Bluin back into the Ajax end where Street has to go behind the goal. Bluin, good job to put some pressure on him. Now tried to sweep it back into the corner. Thrown to the net, it's going to go in wide. Up on the left side, they try and tip it away, and that's going to get knocked down by Conklin, but Heyer's right there as well. Kobe Heyer trying to win this battle against Conklin right here in front of us. Comes free for Owen Dobbs now. But Dobbs has to get around the defender of McCaslin. Those two know each other well from playing in the Toes days. Here comes a chance to try and throw that up in front, and that one over the stick. Ajax, lead pass from McCaslin to Conklin. And in comes Giannoni, the lone goal scorer for Ajax. Here comes Bouchard. Bouchard is up, blockered away by Shaw. And as it hit him, he was able to be alert enough and find that loose puck in time. Farmer now to take the draw against Lennox, who wins it. Conlon Kennedy slaps it around the boards. Mason Gallinaro is there to try and get around Nessens. From center, he tips it back in. Nessens is coming after it. Trying to get this around the boards here. Knocked down from their own end by Zach Nash. Over here for Riley Brandt, trying to tip it in. It's up through center for Noah Lennox. He can't get through. Conlon Kennedy will pick it up now. Kennedy's trying to slap it in as that gets knocked down through center. Here comes now Arsenault dumping it off the boards. Elijah LePage will put that back where the Ajax end, where it picks up there by Nessens. Lead pass for Gata, trying to get through. Is that one over the stick? He's taken the only penalty here of the game. It came on a roughing after the whistle penalty, and General scored 11 seconds into their power play to tie things here at 1, where we are right now. But Ajax trying to change all that in the dying minutes here of period number 1. Hard off the glass, knocked down by Cranny. Chapman trying to come after Street as well. From behind the net, hit the back of the goal and almost ricocheted out in front. Naish trying to keep it in and could not. Off the boards for Chapman to try and get through past Street as it comes into the Ajax end. From behind their own goal, Farmer starts it out. Harder on the boards now for Caragoglia, who will take a hit on the other side by Kobe Hire. Along with Jackman to try and dig it out. Smith has control of it. Smith, a shot to the front of the net, trying to tip it in on goal. And they do, right to the front of the net, and it gets put in by Ellis. Out in front to make it 2-1 Ajax. Bouchard wins the draw cleanly back for Arsenault. And behind the net, Bouchard waiting out in front. Here comes his chance with a shot. Fired in wide. Giannoni off the boards. Giannoni keeps control of that puck. Back in behind the goal. Taken away by Oshawa's Bartlett as he tried to get it out. Kept in by Arsenault. Shot. That might have caught the shoulder there of Shaw. Kept in by McCaslin at the line. Right to the front of the net. Trying to get it out. Arsenault knocked it down. Arsenault to the front of the net and out of the reach. Bartlett trying to go off to the side. Bouchard trying to walk this out. Back to the line for Arsenault. Arsenault can't shoot it. Now he does. Right to the front of the net. And Generals try and clear. They do. Past McCaslin down the ice. Arsenault now. Getting it up here for Conklin. And it's offside. Face off there was off to the left of the goal. Zach Naish will fire it around the boards behind the net. Trying to be here on the right-hand side. It's in behind the goal here for a chance to get this was Naish. 20 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Kept in again by Naish as it lays right there on the line and finally comes out. Over here to the other side for Mason Gallinaro, who brings it in with a shot on net. Easy catch save there for Hallett, who will hold on to it. Face-off is off to the right of the Ajax end. Coming around the boards here for a chance to get it out. Naish tried to hold it in, and there goes the final buzzer to end period number 1, and a hit at the end of period number 1 by Farmer on Naish. We go to period number 2 with Ajax winning by a goal at 2-1. Farmer and Jackman to take the draw, and Jackman wins the clean draw to start off period number 2. Hard off the glass and out past Peterson. Peterson tried to knock that down. Jackman does with a high stick. Street's going to dump it in. Behind the net goes Kobe Hire. He'll get followed there by Gara. And behind the net it goes now. Trying to clear it out of his own end. That goes up through center. Here comes a chance now for Ethan Jackman to dump it in on net. Kicked off to the left by Hallett. Max Hutchins tried to knock it down. Hutchins just trying to get through with a shot. That gets blocked. Still loose, and Jackman couldn't shoot it as it gets dropped behind the net. Coming around the boards here for Gada to try and get it out. Gets it up through center, and here comes Farmer losing it at center ice. Pushed in by the Generals behind the goal. Skating away with it there was Nessens from his own end. He'll take a hit by Chapman here. Bartlett was on the other side as well. Here comes Chapman to try and get free as he clears it away. Nessens trying to get to this loose puck and dump it in. Behind the net it goes. Parker Shaw trying to drop it back there for a chance to get it out. Knocked down here on the other end to try and get free for Chapman. Over here to the other side, they're going to dump it in to try and get the Dobbs. And that's going to be a chance for Smith. Smith is coming after this puck here. He's going to take a pass to the front of the net, and it gets broken up. Good job there to break that Pele up and take it away by LePage. Arsenault off of the boards and tipped in by Smith behind the net for Ellis. Ellis was waiting in front. Smith trying to go to his backhand. He'll lose control of it to Ethan Sterling. Here comes a chance now to bring it in. Sterling going to flip it to himself into the corner. He's got to beat Arsenault to the puck. Behind the net goes Cranny after it. It's a turnover to Elliot Bluin. Bluin to the front of the net. Kicked aside there by Hallett. Here comes Ellis out of his own end. Over here to the other side, it's Smith trying to sweep it in. Smith goes off the boards here against Noah Lennox. Lead pass for Riley Brandt was out of his reach, and that gets picked up by Arsenault, who will tip it into the Oshawa bench and out of play. Face-off is off to the left of the Ajax end. Shot on net. Left pad stop there. Rebound! Fired wide by Bluin as he tried to pick it up on the right-hand side against Lennox. Noah Lennox trying to win the battle here in the corner. He's going to lose it there, and here comes Bouchard out of his own end. Bouchard takes a pass and brings it in. Drop pass for Giannoni. Shot. Good block there by Emerson Davis as he made it. A blocked shot before he could get through. Behind the net it goes now. Here comes a chance to set this up as he drops it in behind the net. Right in front of the goal. Trying to get this was Elliot Bluin. Bluin from his own end with a lead pass for Jackman. Ethan Jackman through center was getting hooked up as it goes behind the net. Street's going to scoop it up. Around the boards it goes now. Mason Gallinaro could have knocked it down against Bouchard. Bouchard with a pass here. Was in the feet. Bouchard turns around again. This one will get stopped there by Parker Shaw as it goes up in the air, and he's able to catch it on his own rebound. Face off there was off to the left of Shaw. Behind the net, throwing it up in front. Mason Gallinaro takes it away. Gallinaro trying to get free. He's the only goal scorer here for Oshawa here. This one he's going to flip in, and Hallett's going to come out of his net a little bit to freeze that up. Face-off is off to the right of the goal. Trying to win it here for Conlon Kennedy. It's down low for Owen Dobbs. Trying to get it back here to the blue line. Bartlett is in there as well, trying to dig free. Coming out here is Farmer out of his own end. Farmer, he had Conlon Kennedy to beat. Now he walks in and going to lose control of it. Trying to tip this out. Nessens keeps it in. Right back to the corner it goes behind the net for Gata. Trying to throw it up in front. It kept in here by Arsenault. Shot to the net is knocked down by Oshawa. Trying to tip it free and go after this loose puck was Owen Dobbs. From his own end, he'll dump it in. Knocked down here by Arsenault, who's going to flip it away. Conlon Kennedy from his own end dumps it in. Hits Dobbs on the way through and goes back into the Ajax end. Now over here for Nessens. He tries for a lead pass. That's over the stick of Gata, but no icing. Back into the corner it goes. Lead pass for Braden Davidson. Davidson from his own end will dump it in. Right into Hallett, and it's going to miss the net. Riley Brandt trying to go after it along with Smith. Smith with a lead pass through center. Finds Caragoglia, who tried to make his way through, and that's going to be a penalty coming up for taking down Caragoglia. Face-off is off to the right of the Oshawa end. Street keeps it in and drops it off to the side. Trying to walk it out. Goes back to the blue line here. Bouchard can't shoot. Sets it for Street. Shot. Tipped on the way through and into the back of the net for a 3-1 lead. Giannoni gets the goal on the redirection. His second of the game makes it 3-1 Ajax. Here comes a chance now for Ellis. Setting it up for Smith, who tried to throw it up in front. Goes back for Arsenault, who fires it in wide. As that comes up in front for Max Hutchings. Trying to get around the defender against Arsenault. As they pick this up from center, tries to dump it in. He can't get around Arsenault though. From their own end was Hutchings, he couldn't get to it. Here comes a chance to get around the defender, and here's Ellis now. Against Smith, they'll tip it in. Over here to the other side, they're going to look for a lead pass. That's going to be a chance here as the linesman hit him. Jackman's going to the front of the net as well, and they couldn't get a pass to him. Good job by Nessens. Behind the net, Jackman trying to cause a turnover against Ellis. Backhanded out by Nessens and out. Ethan Sterling after the loose puck here in the zone. Sterling trying to get around the defender and start it out. Sterling will dump it into the corner as he tips it past McCaslin. Gage Street as well. We're getting a penalty coming up, and it's going to come for interference. Noah Lennox now to take this draw. Off to the right of the Ajax end. Back to the other side. Here comes a chance to shoot it. It's in some feet area. Back to the line again for Jackman. Over here for Sterling. Back for Jackman again. Ethan Jackman trying to set one up in front. Goes off to the corner here for Davis. Back to the line for Sterling. Other side for Jackman. Shot on net. Over the stick of Noah Lennox. Trying to get here back in the zone. Trying to get it back to the line again for Sterling, who finds Jackman wide open. Jackman for Lennox. Shot. Hits a stick. Up into the netting, out of play. Bouchard now to take the draw against Noah Lennox in the Ajax end. 1:29 left to go here on the penalty. Goes behind the net for Street, trying to get it out of his own end. Noah Lennox trying to dig it free for through some feet area down low. It comes around the boards here for now Street. Putting it over here for Arsenault now. Tried to get it out, and it comes out through center. Jackman scoops it up. Jackman tries to make his way through. He couldn't get around Street though. Still loose here from the side. Bouchard can't take a swing at it. Couldn't get it out. Here's a shot. Wide of the mark over the blocker hand of Hallett. Kept in by Sterling now. Ethan Sterling will push it off to the side for Brandt. Trying to keep it alive on the right-hand side. Getting some help with Lennox. There'll be a turnover to Bouchard, who clears it down the ice. Parker Shaw leaves it off in the right corner as Jackman starts it from his own end. Ethan Jackman through center to try and bring it in. 3 Ajax defenders to beat. He'll put the brakes on and try and set it up. Jackman over here now. Here's a shot hitting a Ajax defender on the way through, and Nessens clears it away for Bouchard. Can't get free. Good job to knock it off the puck. Here comes a chance back up the other way from Braden Davidson. Over the stick of Chapman. Now he gets it. Chapman going to work out in front. Penalty's over. Back to the line. A shot to the net by Kennedy goes wide. Trying to jam it out in front as they try and jam it past Hallett, and didn't work. Here comes a chance now for Ellis now. Ellis from his own end flips it in past Bluen in behind the net. Conlon Kennedy from behind the goal gets taken down by Ellis. It'll come around the boards and get kept in by Street at the line. As it comes around the side, trying to get it was Max Hutchings. Hutchings tried to dig it out there from the right side. Behind the net it goes now. Bluen. That's going to hit a stick. Braden Davidson trying to get it out of his own end. It's a straight pass over here out of the reach of Max Hutchings and picked up by McCaslin. Over here for Street, who looks for a lead pass through center, and will get knocked away as Kennedy comes back in his own end. Kennedy will put it around the boards. It goes over the stick of Smith as they try and get it back to the line here for McCaslin now. Smith trying to get free as he sets it back to the line. A shot by Arsenault is blocked. Arsenault is going to pick it back up again. Trying to walk it out from the slot area and get a shot away with Farmer as it goes off to the side. Here comes Smith now. Smith is in that left corner to try and get it out. As it goes around the other side, Max Hutchings is going to be here to try and clear it out of the zone, and it gets left in behind the net and fired around the boards. A chance now to get at this loose puck. It gets cleared away down, and it's going to miss the goal and go for icing. Face-off is off to the left of the Oshawa end. One cleanly back to the line for Street, who puts it into the corner against Tyre. Dobbs is coming after it as well. From in behind the net there was Bartlett trying to set it up in front. Over here to the side. Here comes Street. Shot. Redirected on goal and wide. Dobbs is going to take the puck off the boards now. Owen Dobbs' lead pass was over the reach, and here comes Street to try and dump it in. Trying to get this out of his own end. Here's Farmer dropping it off. Ellis tried to get here on the other side, right in front of the net. Here comes a chance to set it up in front. Back to the line for Street. Street, a shot. Is flagged out of the air, but still loose from the side, and Oshawa's got to get this out of their own end. Here comes a chance now to bring it in to try and start a 3-on-2 rush. To try and get around the defender of Cranny. It goes behind the goal for Dobbs. Owen Dobbs getting some help with Riley Brandt now, who puts it behind the goal. Farmer scoops it up. Tries to get it out of his own end now. Farmer with the puck through center. is going to lose it and can't get out. Turnaround shot is going to hit his skate and go wide. Dish coming back after it on the right side. And it gets cleared away by Oshawa. Picked up by Arsenault in his own end. Trying to dump this back into the corner in behind the net. Around the boards here for Ajax to try and set this up in front. It's going to get taken away here from the side. Back for Arsenault. Arsenault will get it back here again. Trying to get a shot on net. Taken away here by Oshawa. And it's Braden Davidson through center. Davidson's leading the rush. He'll get a shot on net. It'll get stopped by Hallett. He didn't have it initially, but he was able to cover it up. Jackman and coming into the draw against Bouchard now. Won by Bouchard. Nessens will flip it away. Here comes a chance now off to the corner for Braden Davidson. Davidson couldn't get to the puck as that gets cleared away. Up through center was Elliott Blowen going for a hit against Giannoni, who's got a pair here in the game. Ellis has got their other one. And the lone goal scorer for Oshawa is Mason Gallinaro in the first period. Trailing this one 3-1 with almost 3 minutes left to go here in the second. Braden Davidson off the boards. Trying to start two up the other way with Noah Lennox. Lennox shot on net. Block it away there by Hallett. Off to the corner now. Lennox trying to win here. Lead pass for Caragoglia. Caragoglia is going off to the left side. Caragoglia gets it back to the line. Nessens a shot. Flagged out of the air by Shaw, who holds on to it. Face-off is coming off to the right of Shaw. Right in front of the net and just over the stick from the side as Smith was waiting for it. Kept in by Arsenault from the line. Off to the left, trying to win this battle in behind the net. It's right in front. Ellis has it taken away from him. Here comes a chance now for Gallinaro through center. Dumps it in. Wide of the net. Trying to pick this up there was higher to put it deep in behind the net. They got a man waiting out in front here for a pass. Owen Dobbs has control. Taken into the boards there by Ellis. Dobbs still on his feet. Arsenault can't clear it. Back to the line. Good job there by Conlon Kennedy. Held the blue line. Craney coming after it now. Behind the net it goes for Arsenault, who tries to fire it away. He got it up here for Smith, who tries to bring it in with a pass for Ellis. Ellis' shot is stopped there by Shaw, who gets a snow shower afterwards. Farmer's going to come in here to take the draw now against Jackman. Coming off to the right of Parker Shaw, won by Ajax. Trying to get a shot through the screen. That gets stopped right off the draw as he holds on to it. Farmer now to take the draw deep off to the right. Trying to clear this. Back into the line. Farmer coming after it. Farmer will fire it this right to the front of the net. Knocked down by Gatta. Gatta trying to set it up in front. Behind the net it goes. He tries to tip it away. And out of the zone for Bartlett. And Bartlett couldn't get it out of his own end. Now Ethan Jackman through center. Jackman tries to get around Gatta here for an opportunity. He'll bring it in. Take the shot. Block it away by Hallett as it comes around the boards. Riley Brandt here on the other side against Farmer. Trying to keep it alive there with Jackman, and he does. Sets it up for Brandt, who puts it on goal wide. Jackman picking it up. Jackman trying to cut out from the slot area now. Ethan Jackman with control of the puck. Drops it back for Sterling. Shot on net. It's flagged down and can't bury it. Here comes a chance now to clear it out. Over the side there was Sterling. Taking a hit through center as Nesson stumps it in. Elijah LePage from his own end. LePage going to try and start to bring this in. Leads the rush up over the line. LePage back to the blue line. Sterling a shot. Hit a stick and went in wide. Kept in here there by Braden Davidson. Right to the front of the net. Stopped by Hallett. Straight tries to clear. Trying to get it out of his own end. As Lennox couldn't have it in his feet. Now he's got to go in a battle against Bouchard. 10 seconds left to go here in the second period. One more rush here for Ajax. It's right here in front. Trying to jam it in from the side, and it rolls free through the crease area. Sent down the ice. And that is going to do it for period number 2. There was only one goal scorer in that second period, and it went to Giannoni on a power play redirection out in front. And Ajax Pickering Raiders have a 3-1 lead to go to the third period after the intermission. Ready to kick off period number 3 of this under 14 AAA game between Oshawa and Ajax. And Ajax with 3-1 lead to go to this third period, trying to win back-to-back games against the Generals before the Generals have to turn their schedule towards the Central Ontario Wolves for back-to-back games in the round robin. Lead pass up here for Gata. That goes over his stick. Behind him was Hire to try and get it out of his zone along with Hutchings. Kept in here by Gata again, and then gets ran over by Hire here in front of us. Around the boards that goes now for Ethan Chapman. Farmer coming after it as well on the other side, taken away with a lead pass for Hutchings, trying to catch up to it. Hutchings had to get around the defender who stood him up. Lead pass up through the center for Gata. Over now for Farmer and offside. Face off just outside of the blue line now. Here comes Riley Brandt dropping it off to the side, and it gets found by Sterling right on net. Wide of the goal though. Trying to get this on the left-hand side. From behind the net, trying to jam it out in front. Around the boards, it gets knocked down here by Oshawa. Trying to throw it up in front here to the other side was Lennox. Gallinaro tried to keep it in, but it went over the stick. Back in his own end comes Zach Naish after it. Naish will keep it from behind his own goal and leave it back there as he tries to get around the defender. Lead pass for Brandt. Brandt with a trick pass up through center. Trying to bring it in there was Gallinaro, who was over him and couldn't fire it on net. Ajax now with a chance to clear for Conklin. Conklin from his own end will dump it in. Back in behind the net it goes. It comes around the other side. Giannoni is out there. He'll put it behind the net. Here comes Ethan Jackman after the loose puck. Jackman couldn't get it out. Caragoglia kept that in. Caragoglia gets it to the other side, and Giannoni has control. Back to the line for Arsenault. To the other side for Cranny. Shot is in past the glove hand of Shaw. Arsenault trying to keep it in, and he does. Giannoni tried to make his way free. Drops it back down low. He takes it behind the net and looks out in front here for a pass. Back here to the blue line now. Arsenault to Cranny. Cranny is going to throw under the net wide. Karam off the boards. Elliot Blowen picks it up. Blowen from his own end will try and start this with Dobbs. Elliot Blowen's pass for Dobbs was in his feet area. That leads to Caragoglia back up the other way. Caragoglia dumps that in right on goal and gets covered up by Shaw. Caragoglia will take this face-off again off to the right of Shaw, and the Generals win it in the defensive end. Caragoglia finishes off the hit on the right corner. Lead pass. Trying to get that was Jacob Bartlett, one over his stick. Here comes Ellis. Big hit there on the other side against Hire as it goes behind the net. Emerson Davis tries to wrap it around here for Braden Davidson and tip it out. It's from center. He dumps it right back into the corner. From behind the net goes Kobe Hire, who pushes it back to the side. Over the stick and kept in here by Nessens. The shot on net is blocked. On goal, stopped by Shaw and cleared, not out. Street kept it in and put it behind the goal. Caragoglia is off to the side to try and do the damage. And finally, Caragoglia lost it and the chance to clear it out. Through center, he's got to get around Nessens here for an opportunity. Street is going to scoop it up. Street from his own end brings it out hard off the boards. Knocked down by Max Hutchings along with Jackman. Jackman trying to bring this in. Right to the front of the goal, it goes in wide. Then he gets taken off his feet in behind. Max Hutchings picks that up. Hutchings tries to win the battle on the right-hand side. From behind the net here, a chance to clear by McCaslin. And it's over the stick. Good job by Naish. Did his job to try and keep it in. Farmer from his own end is cut off by Jackman, who dumps it in. That misses Hallett and goes in wide. From behind their own net there was McCaslin to try and clear. Naish and Gata are tangled up here with the puck somewhere in between one of them. Gata dumps it in. Behind the net it goes now. Sterling going to go after it, and Peterson is right behind him. Trying to tip this out. Knocked down here by Arsenault, who puts it in wide. From behind the net, taking a carom here for Zach Naish. Naish put that one off the back side of the net. Naish will scoop this up again and tip it behind the goal against Gata. Here comes a pass up through center. Trying to bring it in. He gets turned over here to Gata, who dumps it into the corner. From behind the net, Parker Shaw will leave it behind the goal. Here comes a chance now for Sterling to lead it out. And he gets another opportunity as Giannoni fell, but he's back to his feet. Here comes a chance now for Noah Lennox to get to the puck. Lennox is off on the left side, then takes a hit. That's going to be an Ajax penalty on the hit and a power play coming to Oshawa. 4-minute head contact going to Bouchard of Ajax. So now the opportunity knocks. If the Generals are going to get back into this game, they've got 2 power plays now to prove it. That goes off to the corner for Noah Lennox, who gets hit off the boards by Street, sent down the ice. Parker Shaw coming out to play it. Puts it behind the boards. There's Ellis after it now. Ellis will take a hit. Generals trying to go with it through center for Ethan Jackman. Jackman through center ice through the neutral zone. He brings it in. Offside. Lennox now to take the draw. It goes off to the Ajax end. Street on his backhand will clear it away. Jackman right there at center to dump it back in. Street with another chance to clear. Instead, this time gets it to Nessens, and he'll send it down. Wide of the net. Gata picks it up. He's getting followed by Jackman in the goal. Jackman takes it away with a chance to clear. He gets it up through center. Here comes a chance now for Noah Lennox. He gets hit off the boards there by Street. McCaslin finds it, slaps it around and out. Sterling after it now through center. Ethan Sterling through center ice, trying to get around the defender of Farmer here. McCaslin trying to be the first one here against Sterling in the left side. From behind the net, they're trying to dig the puck free, and the Generals get control. Back to the line for Ethan Jackman. Jackman can't shoot, so sets it up to the side for Gallinaro. Fires it through and wide. Jackman now. Jackman shot. That gets blocked on the way through. Back in behind the net it goes now for Gallinaro. Mason Gallinaro tried to set it up in front. Back to the line for Jackman again. Jackman will push it off to the side for Chapman, who can't get it. And that'll get sent down the ice. Only 25 seconds left to go on the first part of the double minor. Here comes Jackman with a pass up through center for Bluin. Tipped away by Peterson as they try and dump it in. And it's Ethan Chapman through center. Chapman tried to make his way through against Giannoni. And Giannoni with a chance to clear, and it's not going to get out. Back here to the blue line. Braden Davidson's pass was knocked down, and this is going to be a high stick as soon as Hutchings touches it up. Face-off is won here by Oshawa. Getting it back here to the line for Elliot Bluin. Bluin tried to make his way through here for an opportunity. It goes in behind the net. Try to get it back to the blue line now. Conlon Kennedy has control. Over here for Hutchings, who knocks it down on his backhand. The shot is going in wide, though. Bluin is off to the right side now, behind the net for Davidson. Braden Davidson back to the line for Chapman. Chapman going to try and take a shot through his screen area, and it goes wide. It's off on the left side to try and clear it out, and that'll get sent down the ice. All the way back into the corner as it's no icing. Elliot Bluin on that loose puck now. Bluin is going to try and start this out and try and get around Ellis for an opportunity. Tipped off his stick by Gata, who rolls it in. On net for Shaw, who's going to steer it away for Noah Lennox. Lennox from his own end. Got it over here for Kennedy, who tries to bring it in. Conlon Kennedy will dump it into the zone. Behind the net it goes. Kibbs out in front as Hallett blockered it off to the left. Knocked down by Ajax. Knocked down by Oshawa at center, and looks like we're going to get too many men on the ice, maybe going to Oshawa. It is a too many men on the ice penalty, and Owen Dobbs will serve it. Around the boards it goes. No, it's not Dobbs. Dobbs is right here. Not sure who went into the box and for the Generals to serve the too many men on the ice penalty. Here comes a chance now to move it over here for Arsenault. Arsenault will dump it into the corner. Karam's out in front. Generals with a chance to clear for Dobbs over his stick. Arsenault held it in. Putting it behind the net goes Davis after it now. Davis with a hit there on the other side. Comes free as they try and drop it off to the left. Smith will get it back to the line for Nessens, and he'll turn it over, and it went over the stick of Lennox, though. Here comes a chance to set it up in front. Still loose here from the left side. Smith will keep control of it. Get it back to the blue line for McCaslin, who's not going to be able to shoot it. Tipped off to the right corner now. Behind the net goes Higher, who's going to find it. Not out. Kept in by McCaslin now. For Bouchard, trying to walk out a shot. A stop rebound from the side. It's poked in from the side of the net by Farmer. 4-1 Ajax. Ajax take advantage of a too many men on the ice penalty to Oshawa, and Farmer gets the goal. So that gets dumped in. Giannoni's got 2 for Ajax, and Ellis and Farmer now have singles. Mason Gallinaro, the only goal scorer in the first period for Oshawa. Jacob Bartlett with a pass here for Elliot Blowen. Blowen trying to make his way through here for an opportunity. Got held up by Street, and that'll be a penalty. Face-off is off to the left of the Ajax end. Trying to get it back there for Jackman, who held it in. It comes free at center and now picked up here by Ethan Sterling over here for Jackman. Trying to dump it in here on the other side, and that's Riley Brandt trying to make his way through on net. Kicked off there by Hallett. Around the boards it goes, trying to get kept in by Jackman. Ajax find it and send it down the ice. Back into the corner there with Sterling as he's got control of it as he tries to make his way through. Ethan Sterling through center, tried to get around Bouchard and loses it to Arsenault, who clears it away. Jackman from center tries to bring it in. Gonna try for a shot on net. That gets gathered up there by Hallett on the shot as he holds on to it. Jackman now to take the draw off to the left of the goal. Behind the net there was Nessens trying to go after the puck. Trying to get it back here into the corner here, and Jackman is digging away at it as well. Finally squirts out. Here comes the chance right to the front. Trying to jam it in from the side, and that gets tipped in wide of the net. Looking for a wraparound this time against Hutchings. Another penalty coming up here to Ajax, so it'll be a 2-man advantage for 50 seconds. Oshawa takes their timeout. We'll have a 2-man advantage for 50 seconds. Trailing this one now 4-1 after the goal by Farmer here in the third period. Face-off is coming off to the right of Hallett, who gets set there in the Ajax goal. Behind the net, slapped around, kept in by Generals. Over here for Jackman. Ethan Jackman looking for the shot on net. Stopped by Hallett, and no rebound. Face-off is off to the left of the Ajax end. Jackman over here to the other side. Jackman again gonna pick this up. Back down low into the corner. Tried to set it up in front on a bank. Stopped there by Hallett. Picked up by Ajax and sent down the ice over Jackman. Back into the corner it goes, and picked up here by Sterling, who loses his footing in behind the net. Riley Brandt comes in behind him to help him out. Brandt with a lead pass now for Jackman to bring it in. Jackman brings it up over the line. Over here to the side for Sterling. Shot. Stopped there by Hallett. In behind the goal. First penalty's over. Still on the power play though. Riley Brandt. Brandt from the face-off circle back to the line. Over here for Jackman. Jackman a shot. Stopped by Hallett, who kicked it off to the left. Now it's a chance now back to the line for Jackman again. Jackman can't shoot. Over here to the side. Sterling. Pass. Can't shoot it. On a one-timer was Gallinaro. Right to the front. Stopped there again by Hallett in close. And that goes in behind the net. Picked up here by Ajax, who try and find an open lane and get it out. Riley Brandt held that in. Trying to put it in behind the net for Mason Gallinaro. Found by Ajax and sent down the ice. From their own end there was Jackman. Over here to the side for Ethan Sterling to try and put it in. And it's Noah Lennox off to the side. Back to the line for Jackman again. Jackman cutting out, shot way over the mark. Ajax taking that off the boards with Farmer sending it down. That'll kill the rest of the 2-man advantage. 2 minutes exactly left to go here on the clock at the Ajax Community Center on this Sunday evening. And it looks like Ajax are going to improve themselves to 2-0 right now. And the Generals will fall 0-2 when they're going to face off next Thursday versus Central Ontario. They'll have a back-to-back against them. They'll have a little bit of a break after the Thursday game, as they won't play for another week until the Saturday the 18th. Here comes Max Hutchings. Hutchings tried to make his way through and couldn't get through. Knocked down here by Davidson at center. Trying to dump it in here for Chapman as they try and bring it in. Cleared out and knocked down here from center. From their own end, here comes Max Hutchings. Hutchings dumping it in deep. Back in the left corner it goes. Around the boards to try and get it for Smith. Held in there by Oshawa. Blowing again. Went for the hit there on the other side. In behind the net it goes now for Ellis. Out in front, stolen away by Oshawa as they try and move it up for Zach or Noah Lennox, and that got broken up. Along with LePage and Caragoglia right here in front of us. Noah Lennox will put it right under the tape of Blowin, who's almost lost it there to Ellis. Ellis and Giannoni. Giannoni puts it into the empty net, and that'll be a hat trick for him as he makes it a 5-1 Ajax lead. Face off won by Ajax. Nessens has control. Try to fire that off the boards. Picked up here from center. Trying to put it back in the zone. It goes behind the net. Arsenault will scoop that up and take it from behind his own net. Turn over to Sterling, a shot. Fired it in wide over the blocker hand of Hallett. Shot to the front of the net. Trying to knock this down out in front. From behind the goal that goes. Ajax will take it away. Here comes Bouchard or Arsenault with a pass. Tape to tape for Giannoni, who fired it on net. That got stopped by Shaw. Trying to get this out of their own end, and a big hit right there at the buzzer area. And that's going to do it here for the game, but not before these two teams are going to rough things up here right in front of us. Hallett picks up the win and goal for Ajax. Parker Shaw got the loss and goal for the Generals. And they're going to have to regroup big time now as they've dropped the first two games of their round robin. They've still got 4 more left to go. 2 with Central Ontario and 2 with Peterborough. We'll see you next Thursday. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.